Rhode Island is the ocean state. We have 400 miles of coastline. We love our ocean. We love our sailing. We want to keep the ocean clean. We've done a lot of work to clean up pollutants that go into the bay, and now we want to tackle plastics. So really excited to take the Clean Seas Pledge. We're the first state in the nation to do that.
It was about time that Rhode Island signed the Clean Seas Pledge. You know, it makes sense. There's tons of coastline, per capita, for such a small state. Narragansett Bay is such a big part of what we do. So it only makes sense.
I cannot wait to share this news with the other 49 states because I think they all should sign up, and doing it at the summit gives us an opportunity to amplify it around the world. It's a very, very special part of the Volvo Ocean Race because it will make such a lasting difference.
I think we have really good evidence that the oceans are under attack all over the world from all sorts of sources. The ocean summits create a platform for a single conversation around the world. We're getting commitments from mayors and governors wherever we're stopping with the summit to focus on the issues that are important not only in those localities but everywhere. So we're connecting everybody together. We're building momentum as the Ocean Summit moves around the world. And to see this commitment from not only Volvo but all of the partners, and then the journalists, the scientists in the room, the activists, the local politicians, there's a real momentum building, and it's so great to be part of it and to see the evolution of this idea from 2015. The first Ocean Summit that was held here in Newport, the message was, uh-oh, there's plastics. Now the message is, what are we doing about it, and how are we bringing everyone together in these forums to think about joint actions? I think that the legacy is going to be an increasing integration of the idea of sustainability into the sport of sailing. This is a fantastic platform to reach people all over the world and to make this idea normal. Sustainability is not a trend. It's not a hobby. It's a way of looking at the world. And we're championing this through the Volvo Ocean Race. And I don't think once you start to do that, you can turn around and stop. It's a way of looking at the world through a new lens, through a lens that asks the question, what happens to everything when I'm finished with it? It looks at everything we do through a lens of what happens to all the parts. And unfortunately, we've been living in a system that wasn't designed that way. That's why we have the plastic in the oceans. It was a poor design to begin with. Nobody asked the questions. So we can reinvent the way we make things, the way we use them now, and we can ask those questions about design and intention at the very beginning and create a much greater, happier planet. How do I say that? We can.
Volvo Cars, as part of our commitment to the Clean Seas campaign and helping turn the tide on plastic, we're announcing that by the end of 2019, we will remove all single-use plastic items from our restaurants, canteens, offices and global events. We support the science programme because it's a fantastic fit for us in terms of its innovative approach to environmental care. Volvo Cars is committed to an electric future. For example, by 2019, all new Volvos launched will be electrified. And we've also announced last month that by 2025, 50% of our sales will be from pure electric vehicles. So that really strong fit. We're leading the way on innovation in electrification. The Volvo Ocean Race Science Programme is leading the way in its innovative approach towards learning more about microplastics. And I think one of the starkest points from that was the news that microplastics was found at Point Nemo, which was the remotest, furthest part of the ocean away from land. I think what that shows is that there's a real need for a change in human behaviour, and our behaviour actually impacts the most remote parts of the ocean. So I think the time for inaction is over.
And I think they're the generations that are inheriting our mess and actually want to make it better.
Can I add there? In terms of weight, that is 100 million mature cows that we pull out of the global ocean each year to feed people. Huge. That is more than what.
And we go through our daily lives making a lot of subconscious choices. And when you realize that there is a choice, there's generally a sustainable choice and kind of a nonchalant choice.
So 2 initiatives that we're really announcing today is one, a boat recycling program. And we think.
Thank you so much for having me here today. It's been a wonderful day. It's been very interesting. It's great to hear.
The way that we are consumed products and plastic is also a way that we're all a part of the problem.
Secondly,
I want to announce a new zero plastic marina partnership with the Rhode Island Marine Trade.
Caring for people and the environment has run through our history. You'll all probably know, I think it's fantastic that the Volvo Ocean Race is not just one of the world's toughest and hardest, most competitive sailing races. And these single-use plastic items will be replaced by more biodegradable alternatives.
Or coral reefs and even some fish. And as you can see on the upper left side, the pH drops and this ocean currents. So now that we gathered all of this information, we will backtrack to their origin.
That Wendy is a preeminent puzzler, both literally and figuratively. She solves problems.
And so I look at it systemically now, and I think we're part of a much bigger system than we even understand, and we're just beginning to understand it. We have the tools today to do that.